A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the 10th virtual convocation of IIIT Delhi. The convocation ceremony is about to start.
सच की डगर मुश्किल हो चाहे सफर तुझको लगे ना ऊंचा हो सर.
At the start of any convocation, it is traditional to have an invocation song. This year we have decided to have an invocation song, Roobaru Roshni, composed by A.R. Rahman from the movie Rang De Basanti.
अभी अभी हुआ यकीन कि याद है मुझ में कहीं हुई सुबह मैं जल गया सूरज को मैं निकल गया रूबरू रोशनी रूबरू रोशनी है जो गुमशुदा सा ख्वाब था वो मिल गया वो खिल गया उलों हथा पिघल गया खिंचा खिंचा मचल गया सितार में बदल गया रूबरू रोशनी रूबरू रोशनी धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा नई डगर नया सफर मेरा जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा नजर मिला जरा धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा नई डगर नया सफर मेरा जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा नजर मिला जरा
आंधियों सी जगर रही है लो मेरी अब मशालों सी बढ़ रही है लो मेरी
नामो निशान रहे न रहे ये कारवां रहे न रहे उजाले में पी गया रोशन हुआ जी गया क्यों सते रहे रूबरू रोशनी रूबरू रोशनी धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा नई डगर नया सफर मेरा जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा नजर मिला जरा रूबरू धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा नई डगर नया सफर रूबरू जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा नजर मिला जरा.
Thank you. We will now start the proceedings. Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
I request the Director to present his report.
Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Anil Baijal, Chief Guest, Professor Gagandeep Kang, Mr. Kiran Karnik, Chairman Board of Governors, members of the Senate, members of the faculty and staff, invited guests, our well-wishers, all the graduating students and their family members joining us online. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 10th Convocation of IIIT-Delhi. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Gagandeep Kang for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest and kindly agreeing to deliver the convocation address. Professor Kang is the first Indian woman to be elected as a Fellow of the Royal Society and the co-author of the book, Till We Win, India's Fight Against the COVID-19 Pandemic. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Honorable Chancellor for taking out his valuable time and sharing his thoughts on this occasion. In this convocation, we are proud to confer 345 B.Tech, 204 M.Tech, 1 dual degree, and also 26 Ph.D. degrees. Congratulations to all the graduates. This year, we have admitted 232 M.Tech students in 3 programs with 7 different specializations and also 43 Ph.D. students. The undergraduate admissions are underway. IIIT-Delhi strives to attract and retain the most outstanding faculty. The faculty members are amongst the finest in the country and are internationally recognized. Last year, the institute added 11 new faculty members, of which 9 have a PhD or a postdoc experience from abroad. IIIT-Delhi has always been sensitive to the importance of gender diversity, and over 35% of the new faculty members are women. The faculty members have also received several awards and recognitions in the past year. Some of these are CXO Health Excellence Award, the Guinness World Record for the largest camera trap wildlife survey, ERSI Young Scientist Award by the International Union of Radio Science, National Systems Gold Medal, and many more. 8 of our faculty members were featured in the world's top 2% scientist database. The Institute's unflinching commitment to scientific leadership is easy to discern. Last year, the faculty members and students published over 478 research papers, including 234 journal papers, 184 conference papers, 42 workshop papers, and 18 books or book chapters. Some of the papers have received the Best Paper Award in prestigious national and international conferences. Many PhD students were selected for coveted research grants and fellowships such as the Prime Minister's Fellowship, Google India PhD Fellowship, etc. Externally funded projects are essential for strengthening a curiosity-driven and applications-inspired research culture in the Institute. In the financial year 2021, the Institute has received external funding worth over 33.6 crore. New ways of thinking, bring about the advances that benefit the world we live in, including technologies, innovations, and out-of-the-box ideas that enrich our lives. An example of this is the creation of the Center of Sustainable Mobility. Delhi has been suffering from serious problems related to traffic congestion, pollution, and road accidents. This Center of Sustainable Mobility at IIIT Delhi, which is set up with funding from DKDF, will focus on solving the current challenges of urban transportation in Delhi and the NCR. The COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted the immediate need for a transformative change in the healthcare systems in India. The Center of Excellence in Healthcare, which was started last year, is already making an impact in this direction. In response to the pandemic, the center is looking at epidemic modeling for hyper-local interventions, ways of developing a robust, crowdsourced, citizen-centric information system, and in the long run, a comprehensive plan for a sustainable, resilient, and healthy city. Recently, the Institute also received funding from DBT to set up a bioinformatics and computational biology center. In response to the urgency of the challenges facing the National Capital Region, IIIT Delhi is creating new methods of catalyzing hyperlocal solutions. The Institute is actively contributing to Delhi Research Implementation and Innovation Program, DRIVE, supported by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India. The basic philosophy is that of a problem-first approach with an eye on scalability and long-term sustainability. As a part of the endeavor to augment our global connect, the Center of Excellence on Li-Fi, which is light fidelity, is being set up to design relevant courses on Li-Fi and facilitate capacity building by supporting research collaborations and exchange of experts between India and the European Union. The IEEE International Conference on Advanced Networks and Telecommunication Systems was also organized at IIIT Delhi in December 2020 in an online mode. IIIT Delhi has signed MOUs with Thales India Research and Technology, Fast Retailing, Logically AI, University of California, San Francisco, and several other universities and industries to expand international linkages. IIIT Delhi and IIT Delhi have also signed an MOU to help the two institutes collaborate and cooperate in various domains. IIIT Delhi has always believed in creating and nurturing the spirit of innovation amongst its faculty and students. The institute has set up iHub Anubhuti, a technology innovation hub under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems supported by DST. The TIH intends to establish itself as a hub of research, entrepreneurship, and innovation in the area of cognitive computing and social sensing, and also build a nationwide shared and distributed facility for public research and commercialization. The Institute takes pride in developing strong linkages with industry as well. Recently, we have signed MOUs with Dongest Pty, Slide Rule Labs India, Care Onco Biotech, ST Microelectronics, etc., to carry out research-driven projects. The Data Card Center of Excellence has been established in association with GS1 India to apply AI and ML for improving the quality of product data in the National Product Data Repository. IIIT Delhi has also been in sync with the needs of the industry in terms of capacity building. The Institute has started two PG Diploma programs, PG Diploma in Data Science and AI with IBM, and PG Diploma in Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence with Create Learning. The Institute has also started the Professor of Practice category for distinguished professionals who would help in designing and teaching courses, in research and developmental activities, setting up research collaborations, promoting industry-institute linkages, etc. IIIT Delhi has also designed a certificate program in CS teaching that would allow experts across the country for improving computer science teaching in colleges. The Institute has started its international admissions process for all UG and PG programs. It has set up an Office of International Affairs to attract talented international students and facilitate their transition into the IIIT Delhi ecosystem. The Institute has doubled its international student intake in the past year. As a proactive step for our students, the Institute has strengthened the Student Mentorship Program, which helps students interact with senior students and faculty members and discuss the issues they are facing in an informal setting. IIIT Delhi has also reimagined and revamped its induction program, which was conducted online due to the pandemic. In addition to the standard activities, this augmented induction program includes invited speakers from across the country, alumni interactions, self-growth sessions, self-help sessions, incubation center sessions, and parents' virtual tour of the campus. The Institute has also started conducting student and faculty well-being surveys to gather data and use it to improve the quality of life on campus. The Institute has planned for and executed all its educational programs online and continuously adapted to the dynamic scenario based on constant feedback from our students. The students who did not have easy access to the internet were also financially supported. In fact, how IIIT Delhi has adapted to the new normal during the pandemic using information and communication technology is a living example of how ICT can connect people meaningfully. Entrepreneurial thinking is a mindset, and the Institute is focused on how innovation and entrepreneurship can play a positive socio-economic role in society. PreCube is a pre-incubation program by IIIT Delhi. IIIT Delhi's Incubation Center for Early Stage Innovators helps to build startups from their basic ideas and help them enter the market. Spark is another program to support startups in education, healthcare, green technologies, robotics, digital humanities, and next-generation computing. While the pandemic has definitely slowed things down, the Incubation Center has chosen to embrace the uncertainty with zeal, optimism, and have rolled out various initiatives such as programs for women entrepreneurship development, faculty entrepreneurship development, and technology entrepreneurship development. Last year, the Institute received over rupees 1.2 crore from MIT and DST to support its entrepreneurial activities and initiatives. The Incubation Center has also procured a funding of rupees 6 crore under the DST Nidhi Prayas scheme. Currently, 24 startups are working from the incubation facility at the campus. IIIT Delhi has been categorized as a Band A institution in the category of government and government-aided universities in the Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements. Sustainable development is now a responsibility that must be shouldered by every organization in the light of the daily degradation of the environment taking place all around us. The Institute has consciously decided to dedicate its expertise to promote and support the Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development Goals. IIIT Delhi has started the tradition of hosting an annual conclave with a simple idea: to create a public platform to discuss the use of information technology for sustainable development of the National Capital Region. The online conclave held in December 2020 had the theme Urban Science for Sustainable Cities and Communities. It had keynote speeches, panel discussions, and documentaries. IIIT Delhi also celebrated the Vigilance Awareness Week under the aegis of Central Vigilance Commission in November 2020 with the theme Satark Bharat, Samriddha Bharat. Being a state university, IIIT Delhi is committed to contributing to the region and being relevant to the community. 3 of our faculty colleagues were part of the Technology Innovation Group formed by the Delhi government and helped design the Delhi Corona app, which was used to obtain the latest details about the availability of beds and ventilators in the capital. IIIT Delhi has also contributed towards the efforts of the Delhi government for its war room for COVID-19. The institute's student placement activities are seeing a robust trend. During this placement season, despite the effect of the pandemic on the global job market, a total of 618 offers were made at the institute, which comprises 474 full-time job offers and 144 intern offers. There is a significant growth in the A+ offers. I'm happy to observe that this year also, a sizable number of our students have opted for higher education. Our students are going to top overseas universities like the University of Texas at Austin, the University of Texas at Dallas, Georgia Institute of Technology, Purdue University, Iowa State University, University of Toronto, University of Stuttgart, Germany, and ISC Bangalore. Along with research and education, the students are also involved in many extracurricular and sports activities. The students run as many as 25 clubs and have won several medals and prizes. The students have won the MIT COVID-19 Challenge, the UG Student Consortium Award at the 6th IEEE Big MM, IEEE Vehicular Technology Society UAV Innovation Challenge 2020, the 5G Hackathon organized by DOT, Adobe India Women in Tech Scholarship, Audience Award at the prestigious film festival called Rough Cut 60 Seconds Film Challenge, and many more. As a part of its outreach activity, the Institute organized a 5-week Summer Camp 2021 in a virtual mode. In this, the IIIT Delhi students trained over 125 students from nearby government schools and provided them with a learning experience that was interactive, absorbing, and enriching. This year, IIIT Delhi received the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry FICCI Higher Education Excellence Award in the category Excellence in Faculty. The QS ranked IIIT Delhi in the top 500 in their Asia University Rankings 2021. The institute also featured in the THE World University Rankings for the first time in the band 601 to 800. The Times Higher Education ranked IIIT Delhi 143rd in Asia. IIIT Delhi ranked 13th in the category Top Government Colleges for Engineering in 2020 by India Today. In the QS rankings, in the CS rankings, the institute currently holds 8th overall rank in India. Before I conclude my annual report, I gratefully acknowledge the support and encouragement I have received from our chairman, Mr. Kiran Karnik, and all the members of the Board of Governors. I would also like to acknowledge the proactive support received from the Delhi government. While the last year has been a year of disruption and transformation, the IIIT Delhi community has not only demonstrated resilience, but emerged wiser and stronger. I would like to commend the students, the faculty members, and the staff who have chosen to ride the wave of uncertainty with determination and zeal. Finally, dear graduating students, on behalf of IIIT Delhi, I congratulate each one of you for your great achievement. I have no doubt that the experience in the last year or so has left an indelible impression on your lives. I compliment you for your commitment to learning and your tenacity in making the very best of the rapid and challenging transmission to a fully online mode of education. Your graduating class has been put to test, and you have passed with flying colors. You have undoubtedly grown academically in the last few years. You have developed as leaders. You have formed priceless friendships that will last a lifetime. You may have identified talents that you didn't know even existed. And then in the last several months, you perhaps took a crash course in the meaning and purpose of life. It also gave you a different perspective on science and technology. Science must ask consequential questions, and technology matters only if it can improve human lives. I'm positive that you have nurtured the skills needed to become future leaders who are compassionate, dedicated to problem solving, forming meaningful communities, and bringing about societal change. As soon-to-be alumni, I'm sure that we can count on you to spread the word about IIIT-Delhi and to support those who come behind you. Please continue to be in touch and consider giving back to the Institute. We thank you for all you have done for the Institute and will continue to do to take IIIT-D to greater heights. For now, stay healthy, work smart, and enjoy life responsibly. I'm confident that you will help in defining, shaping, and inventing a new tomorrow. Jai Hind. Honorable Chancellor, sir, I request you to deliver your address, please. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Honorable Chancellor is not able to deliver his speech in person. We are reading out his message on his behalf. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students, it gives me immense pleasure to congratulate the graduating students and the meritorious medal winners on the occasion of the 10th Convocation of Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, being held virtually. Your efforts during the past year, disrupted substantially by the pandemic, deserve special acknowledgement and recognition. I also take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the teachers, parents, and all those who played a role in helping the students come out of these trying times. The year and a half that went by has been of immense and unprecedented challenges to mankind. The COVID-19 pandemic affected every aspect of our society, especially so the academic sphere, where the age-old systems of imparting education and classroom interaction faced absolute disruption. While on the one hand, this drastically altered the way our institutions of learning operate, this adversity also provided us with an epochal opportunity to innovate, adapt, and succeed. Today, classrooms have breached their physical boundaries and transcended campuses. The new global normal involves online classes at home through televisions, laptops, and apps on mobile phones. Even in our country, the government has been encouraging online education to achieve academic continuity and ensure enrollments. Our schools, colleges, universities have more or less shifted to the online method of imparting education. While I agree that the shift may have caused some initial glitches, especially for our teaching staff, having to learn about this new media and the software, but there can be no denying the fact that online education has democratized education like never before. With ample technological support, education can indeed become affordable and universal, a goal unquestionably desirable. Friends, the disruptive changes that have happened during these times also provided us with an opportunity to reorient and align ourselves with the larger goal of skilling and ensuring employability, and also adopting the objectives set forth in the visionary New Education Policy NEP 2020. One can say that the current shift to online learning could be the catalyst for creating a new, more effective method of educating students, and it is incumbent upon all of us to explore its full potential. In my view, we can successfully move towards virtual schools and digital platforms for imparting education in the remotest villages of our country. It will be worth underlining here that apart from achieving almost universal reach, this would also cut costs drastically in terms of capital as well as recurrent expenditure that are required to establish and run schools and colleges. In this regard, the widening digital divide and the limited penetration of the internet is something that needs to be addressed by all stakeholders, most of all the governments, in a mission mode. Additionally, government departments and organizations which were till now switching over to digital delivery of services and technologies that minimized human interface at their own pace will have to necessarily adapt to such technologies on an emergency basis. Friends, having outlined the way forward, it will only be prudent to look at the pitfalls and limitations of this isolationistic and individualistic pedagogy, bereft of physical contact and social interaction. The near absence of physical activities and outdoor sports will only get accentuated the more we shift to online education. With myopia, obesity, depression, anxiety, and stress acquiring epidemic proportions as a result of overexposure to digital screen and lack of emotional connect due to social distancing, the onus lies upon parents and teachers to ensure and achieve a healthy balance. Dear students, as you step out from the portals of your alma mater today, I would like to tell you that to my mind, you are the scholars and practitioners of alchemy, the alchemy of education that has the power to fundamentally transform your personal lives, the society, as indeed the nation. You should continuously cultivate and enhance the traits of ingenuity, innovation, and integrity, and master and perpetuate this alchemy and shape your personal and professional lives as indeed that of the universe around you. Convocations, while giving us an opportunity to look ahead, also call upon us to take stock of our endeavors so far. I'm happy to state that this institute has made commendable progress and remains committed to achieving high standards in teaching and research. IIIT-Delhi has earned an excellent reputation in India and abroad for being an institution of quality education, research, and interdisciplinary studies. With world-class faculty, thriving research, and an environment of innovation, IIIT-Delhi has grown to become one of the most promising young institutes in India. Various Indian and international rankings have recognized the strides being made by the institution. In 2021, QS World ranked the institute in the 401 to 450 band, and Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2022 ranked the institute in 601 to 800 band. The CS rankings put CSE research in IIIT-Delhi at rank 8 in the country. While this is a matter of satisfaction, it should also egg us further on an incremental path of excellence so as to achieve higher rankings. The institute attracts the brightest minds because of its reputation in academic excellence and research. It is a matter of pride to know that in the field of research, the faculty and students of the institute have received various awards and fellowships from the industry. The faculty members have also received several prestigious awards and recognitions in the past year. 8 of the faculty members have featured in the world's top 2% scientists database. For creating and nurturing the spirit of innovation amongst its faculty and students, I congratulate the institute on setting up iHub Anubhuti, a technology innovation hub under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems supported by Department of Science and Technology. Besides teaching programs and research, IIIT-Delhi is also committed to sustainable development goals. I'm happy to note that the annual Digital Delhi Conclave for IT leaders is one of the initiatives of the Institute in this regard. It is indeed remarkable that the work done by the faculty on the largest ever camera trap wildlife survey has made it to the Guinness Book of World Records. Dear young graduates, this is a moment of pride for you, your family, and your alma mater. I'm confident that each one of you has potential for excellence as you embark on an extraordinary journey towards a professional career and bigger responsibilities. A new role for each of you is about to begin. You will be the brand ambassadors for IIIT-Delhi, and your achievements will add to the development and sustenance of the Institute. I am confident that through your successes, values, and winning attitude, you will bring an even greater sheen to the reputation of the Institute. Once again, I congratulate the graduating students and their parents on this happy occasion and wish them all the very best. Thank you. Jai Hind. Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to deliver your address, please.
Chancellor, Director of the Institute, faculty, staff, or special participants today, the graduating class of 2021, greetings to all of you. Greetings to wherever in the world you might be, and welcome to this momentous occasion. Momentous certainly for the graduating students, but momentous also for all of us connected to the Institute, because this is the 10th Convocation. It is indeed a milestone and a landmark. So special greetings to all those involved. And as I said earlier, my special greetings to the graduating class. This is your day, and much of my talk is really aimed or directed to you. It's been indeed a difficult year, a year in which our whole world, in some sense, was turned topsy-turvy. Everything went upside down. Life as we knew it changed completely. In these difficult times, it's indeed unimaginable for all of us of the kind of changes that have happened. And I can imagine that most of you never imagined in your wildest dreams that anything like this would happen. For the young students in particular, this was something which they could not have ever anticipated. More than that, even when they went, as I know many of them must have done, to their families, their guardians, even their teachers, there was little that any of us could do, because all of us were as unsure, uncertain, and very, very wary of the times that we lived through. In these difficult circumstances, I think it's a very special compliment to the graduating students and, of course, the faculty and staff of the Institute that we saw through these difficult times. Not only did we go through them, but we went through them continuing the efforts that we've always made to ensure that our academic quality and rigor stays where it is. All of you have had to participate in online classes. Many of you had difficulties of one kind or the other, be it connectivity, device, timing, disturbances in your home or wherever you were, and yet you've gone through them. And we've made the transition as an institute smoothly from one form of teaching, one form of learning to another. And I think it says a great deal for the kind of community, the kind of resilience that we have built up, that we saw this through in a very smooth way. And the learning was not compromised, the rigor was not compromised. All of you went through what you might have done had you been physically in the institute, and yet it was so vastly different. Such a different way of learning, such a different way of not being interacting with faculty, not being able to interact with fellow students, not living on campus, and in many ways enjoying the joys and thrills of campus life. But that is what these times brought on us. And as I said, it's a compliment to all of you, students in particular, who've had to go through these rather difficult and trying times, and yet come out in many ways in flying colors. So my congratulations to the graduating class, and indeed to all those who guided them through these times, being uncertain themselves, the guides, the teachers, the families, all those who supported them, and the staff of the Institute who, through very tough times, continued to provide the support that was so essential to look at this. It's in this context that I think that many of us saw this as dark times. Many of us suffered tragedies with friends, sometimes with families, with people we knew well. We've had to live through sorrow, through difficulty, through concern, through worries. And these are the times that really test us. I not only hope, but I'm confident that they will not recur and that we will not be troubled by something like this again. But it have been testing times. These have been indeed difficult times for all of us, for those of you who are trying to learn, to get through your course, to see how you can make the best of where you are, to faculty who had to switch to online learning, to learn how to do things in a very different way, while themselves going through concerns, difficulties, and worries. And as I said to the staff who's had to support this indirectly and directly in various ways. And most of all, the leadership, our director, who led the faculty and the transition, and the registrar who saw that all the support that was required was provided there to them. I'm sure that each of you now is looking forward to times when you're through with these uncertainties and frustrations. And when you look back, you will see these as times with very, very serious problems, but where you learned a great deal. And the learning is not just academic learning that you went through, it's also a great deal about what one might call life lessons, the real life things that we have to go through, sometimes with sorrow, sometimes with difficulty, and yet you live through them. So when you look back, I'm certain you will see that these times, bad as they were, have given you new lessons apart from the academic lessons and taught you the importance of resilience, of being able to stand firm, and also of critical things that we have all been through. The importance of working together, of looking beyond one's own problems and looking at other bigger things in the bigger picture, helping others. And I'm sure that all of you have done all these and seen what they mean and how they help us. I spent time on this because this has been top of our mind through the last 1 year. And I know that all of you have had to face these rather uncertain, difficult times and be through them. I'm confident that we have not only seen the worst, but we are practically through them. The last couple of months have been improving. Vaccinations are going rapidly ahead. And indeed, we seem to be not only seeing the light of the end of the tunnel, but almost out of the tunnel itself. I hope that's true. I have lived with confidence about that and optimism about it. In this context, I want to put in a word here and say, I talked of vaccination, I talked of the epidemic, I talked of the difficult times, and what can be more appropriate for us than to have Dr. Gagandeep Kang as our chief guest today. You will hear more about her and the director will introduce her, but I want to extend a very warm welcome to you, Dr. Kang, and thank you for joining us today. I just want to say that you're a role model, certainly, as many, many people tell me, to young women about what one can become and how one can achieve. But I think that's incorrect. It's incorrect because it's not the full truth. The full truth is that you're a role model for all, not just women. You're also a role model for young men. And the graduating students will in particular, learn and look up to you a great deal. But I will stop there and leave it to the director to introduce you more fully and appropriately. On this ceremony, which is, as I said, a very special one, it also marks the second edition of our virtual convocation. Personally, I hope this is the last edition of a virtual one. I know how much each of you, the graduating students, would have wanted to be physically present on campus, share your joys with each other, with your families, with your friends, whoever could have been here, and of course with the faculty and staff of the Institute. All of us from the Institute would very much have wanted the same, and are missing the fact that we are doing this convocation without all the people for whom this is specially done, and indeed a special day for each of us. But that is as it is. As I said, my hope is that this is the last virtual one, From next year, we will get back to physical ones and not ever have to go back to virtual one out of necessity. If at all we do so in times to come, it will be by choice and not by necessity. We would have to, of course, accept that the last 2 years in some ways almost, have been times when we've had to live through all the kinds of problems and to recognize the wonders that modern technology enables us. Even as we've seen the kinds of problems that we've all had, we've also experienced, in some sense, the wonders of technology. The fact that we can meet like this, the fact that many of you may be in different parts of not only the country, but possibly of the world. We have participants from all over joining us today. And it's all made possible by a virtual platform where we can see each other, hear each other, but as I said, sadly, not connect with each other in the same way as we might have done in physical presence. Yet, we've seen that we can overcome a lot of these difficulties through technology. And that's the last part of what I want to touch on. You have yourself experienced, you have known it earlier, but you've experienced now what technology can do, not only for learning, but also for your day-to-day life, be it ordering groceries online, be it meeting your medical needs by connecting with a doctor on an online platform, or even just through an online communication system like WhatsApp. You've seen how you can download entertainment, and how you can connect with friends who may be anywhere. You've seen all this, and you've seen what it can do. I would certainly think, and I'm almost certain this will be so, that it will inspire you to see how technology can continue to be used to take further what we all want to do. How technology itself can push the boundaries, how you can help that to happen, but also how technology will be used by the community, how it will be useful to people in their day-to-day lives, in making life easier, simpler, more efficient, and enable to do new things. This is what technology can do, and this is what you've spent years at the Institute learning, honing your skills, and taking it forward. Your capabilities in this will really help not only you and your organization, but indeed, I'm sure it will help the community as a whole. I want to also take this opportunity. I mentioned the difficult times, I mentioned the faculty, staff, the students, those connected to the Institute. I want to use this also to say a special word of thanks to my colleagues on the Board of Governors. They have continuously been helpful in guiding us through these times, in giving advice, in their words of wisdom, in sharing thoughts, in sharing experiences from elsewhere. So my thanks to my fellow members. I want to finally thank our great supporters through all these years, through the years from the early setting up of the Institute to the present day. The government of NCT Delhi, we've continuously had their support from all levels, be it the administration, the executive, the political support we've had. I think it's been truly one of the pillars that has helped us to go through. I want to thank our Chancellor, the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, who has continued to support us always and for everything. We've gone to him when we've had any serious problems. We've gone to him to share our joys and tell him where we are. And he's been so much with us and so participative of our joys and sometimes our difficulties that indeed I'm grateful to him for all the support that he's provided. To all of you graduating students, I want to end by saying that the IIIT Delhi has always been your family. You're part of it. You will continue to be part of it forever. Do continue to stay in contact with this family. Stay in touch. You will find mutual support useful from the IIIT community as a whole to you, and certainly from you to the Institute and the community of the IIIT. But do go beyond that. You can do wonders for the broader community, and I'm sure you will. I would urge you to do that. I wish you great success in whatever it is that you do, whether you're working, researching, becoming an entrepreneur, My best wishes for your success. My congratulations to you and your families on this momentous day. Go forth, get into the world, do well, enjoy yourself, and continue to be part of the IIIT family. Thank you.
It is my proud privilege to introduce Professor Gagandeep Kang. Professor Kang is the first woman from India to be elected a Fellow of the Royal Society. She is also the first Indian woman to be elected the Fellowship of the American Academy of Microbiology and the only physician scientist to receive the Infosys Award in Life Sciences. Professor Kang received her training in medicine and microbiology at the Christian Medical College, Vellore, and is a professor of microbiology at the Christian Medical College in Vellore, India. She works on enteric infections in children, particularly on transmission and immune responses, in order to design effective interventions. Current studies include active hospital and community-based surveillance and clinical trials of new and existing vaccines, with use of molecular-based assays to study the diversity of pathogens and the immune response of children with viral and parasitic enteric infections. May I now request Professor Kang to kindly deliver the convocation address.
Mr. Karnik, members of the governing board, Dr. Bose, director, and faculty and graduates of the Indraprasth Institute of Information Technology and parents, thank you very much for the invitation to join you here at the 10th Convocation. This is a very special occasion. It may not be exactly the one that you had expected when your batchmates and you started on your journey of education here. After years of effort and hard work, you've achieved what you set out to do. And except for a few of you, the path to this success will not have been easy. So my congratulations to all of those who are receiving their degrees today, and a special appreciation to those who have distinguished themselves and received awards and prizes. It is, of course, a matter of great privilege to be from IIIT-Delhi, which describes cutting-edge research as part of its institutional DNA. The mission is focused, obviously, on excellence in information technology, both in terms of education and in research, but very importantly, to also be innovators who are socially relevant. So if the goal of your education here is to prepare you for outstanding work and for citizenship, what are the factors that we need to be thinking about? In discovery and in application, science and technology do respond to societal needs and to global challenges. In my own field of medicine, engineering and technological advances, including in information technology most lately, have played a major role in discoveries and in their clinical translation since the invention of X-rays by Röntgen in 1895. Since then, we've had technologies from a range of disciplines that have led to improvements in healthcare, starting with molecular approaches to imaging to what is currently becoming more and more important, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning, which have applications in identifying and monitoring disease and predicting its outcomes. Groundbreaking inventions, not just in medicine, but in every field of science and technology in the past century and in this one, have changed the way in which life sciences and other sciences work together to address major challenges. This year, health has, of course, been central. The pivotal events of 2020 continuing into 2021 have required us to mobilize the scientific, engineering, and medical communities to work together in accelerated and creative new ways to address the COVID-19 pandemic and to develop interdisciplinary approaches to solving problems. And we have needed to do these very, very rapidly and holding ourselves to rigorous standards. In India in particular, we have had a number of challenges because of the infrastructure that we have had to deal with. Primary health care was not a priority for India, although on paper, we have an excellent system for delivering care. Most recently, the government had conceptualized Ayushman Bharat as a start to deliver healthcare to those in our society who were not served or were inadequately served. This did not meet the promise that was there on paper. We, however, have a new opportunity now through the National Digital Health Mission announced just a few days ago to try to truly address inequity, and time and our joint efforts will show what we are committed to and capable of. When we look back on the last year and look to the future, the question arises, did we really do a good job? How much damage did happen? And what does the future hold for us? In many ways, we got lucky. The fact that we have poor infrastructure at primary care was countered by the fact that this was a virus that, while it infected a lot of people, did not necessarily result in severe disease and mortality in the majority who got infected. However, because of the large numbers of people who were infected, we did have our health systems overwhelmed. We had issues that could have been solved through better logistic planning and through better supply systems. We had outstanding successes in what Indian medical systems were able to do and in how society and industry responded. If we look at the examples of where we were in terms of production of personal protective equipment or ventilators, we were able to meet the challenges of those rapidly and with a relative ease. But we had failures as well, and those failures were evident in Delhi less than 6 months ago. The pictures that we saw, what was displayed on the media, the kind of panic that was engendered, some of it could have been done away with. If you look at the requirements that were sold to us as rational treatments, which hydroxychloroquine, remdesivir, convalescent plasma, a lot of people tried to do their best to help people in need, and yet these were largely wasted efforts. Could we have done better? Yes, of course we could have. Could we have countered some of what was communicated in media that was not based on science? We could have, and we tried to. Speaking truth to power is not simple, and especially not simple in the context of a pandemic. Nonetheless, we all survived with losses, and very serious losses at that. But we are in a stage today when we can look to the future. A lot of questions remain. Will there be a third wave? Are we done? What does the future of our society look like? What is it that we can do that allows us to build a better society for the generation to come? India is a relatively young country. We are in the 75th year since we became independent, and you are one of the first generations, for some of whom at least, whose grandparents may have been born after India became independent. When we look around us, we see successes and we see how we define success. It worries me that in many ways, our definitions of success seem to depend on power and on wealth. We look around us and we can see a lot of problems as well. If we look at rankings of India's place in the world, we find that for many things that matter for individuals, and particularly for someone like me in the health sector, the health indicators like life expectancy, infant and maternal mortality, health development indices, education, transparency, we rank well below other countries that also became independent in the 20th century. But there are things that have changed, and we have come a long way in the past 75 years. When I joined medical college, infant mortality was 125 per 1,000 live births. Now it is less than a third of that. Life expectancy has gone up by 14 years. The literacy rate has gone up by 30%. In the past few years, wherever we look, our world has changed quite dramatically and mostly for the better. We just do not always see the upward trajectory. But in India and for the world, we do have a long way to go. And that places a responsibility on the faculty and on you to build abilities and skills that allow for transformation of students to enable them to contribute to society. The merging of foundational knowledge of the leading ideas that shape our worldview with the ability to think, which is required for making informed estimates and inferences, resulting in intelligent decisions, is the basis of education. To all the graduating students, you will be part of that changing India. And for you, I have 3 messages. The first is to build your scientific temper. One thing that we have seen all too often in the past year is a belief in what science tells us is unsupported by evidence. This has been particularly true in medicine. I mentioned the need for remdesivir and convalescent plasma a little while ago, but we also have the proposal that traditional medicines could play a large role in preventing or treating COVID-19. We know for a fact that many of these are untested interventions and should not have been embraced either by our leadership or by individuals. But we rely on scientists and doctors to tell us what is and is not appropriate. And it is a sad fact that we were in many situations found wanting. There was no need for the prescriptions that we saw of 17 or 18 different drugs being given to people who could be managed at home. Oxygen was used for people who didn't require it. We were told stories of what was happening in private hospitals, and thereby, because private hospitals were not available, to much of the population, we had people struggle for public services. Now, all of this because we did not follow a unified, evidence-driven, science-based approach to the COVID-19 pandemic. Will we do this again in the future? I think it is for all of us to decide whether we are willing to accept what is called eminence-based medicine rather than evidence-based medicine. And I hope we will go for the latter. Now, this is true in medicine, but it's also true in every field. To think critically, to evaluate the evidence, allows us to make informed decisions that allows us to think about what a better tomorrow is likely to bring. And if we follow the science, including the uncertainties of science and discovery, I think we will find our way there. The second message I have is to think about embracing the struggle. Your abilities and your skills are foundational to building your careers and to changing the world. As scholars of technology and creativity, you have the tools to change every field of knowledge and application. Now, the problem really is that when our society expects us to succeed all the time, then we tend to pick problems that are likely to be solved easily. Now, if you look at today for you, today is a day of great success, but new relationships, new knowledge, new products, new approaches do not miraculously appear. Almost everything that is new and valuable requires iteration, learning from what did not work. These insights come only after a failure, and accepting and learning from those insights is key to succeeding in every project and in life. Think of the opportunities that you'll miss if you let your failures stop you. This is why I say, embrace the struggle. When we struggle, when we fail, is exactly when we grow. My third message to you is to empathize. If we look at what is defined, as I said, as success, it's frequently about power and frequently about wealth or what we own. And this worries me about our society. If we define empathy, and I quote here from Dan Pink, it is the ability to imagine yourself in someone else's position and to understand what that person is feeling, to stand in their shoes, to see with their eyes, to feel with their hearts. It is a stunning act of imaginative daring-do. The ultimate virtual reality, climbing into another's mind to experience the world from that person's perspective. And I think if we can do this, if we can understand what it is to walk a mile in other people's shoes, we will understand what is it that we need to do to be able to help not just ourselves, but society as well. When I think about my own life and think about what I value as my achievements and my opportunities, it really is what I have done to help other people. Nothing else, whatever constitutes success for me doesn't really matter. What I was able to do to help other people really does matter. That is what I value. And I hope that you will too. And finally, I think one of the things that is important for all students to think about, to prepare for, is what is it that you will do to be ready for the future. And for that, it's important to understand that there is never any way to be completely safe. There is no foolproof way to live life. To plan ahead, to identify what is critical, what the risks and the threats are, and understand their impact allows for ways of thinking about mitigation and minimizing poor outcomes. If we have thought through what problems we might encounter in the future, we can also think about and prepare solutions. We remove fear by creating a path to handling what might be the dangers and risks of failure. So to end, I want all of us together to thank our parents and our teachers, all of those who support us, build us up, and keep us going as we set out to become contributors to society and good people in our personal and professional lives. There is no question that there will be challenges to come, but with the strong base of your education and upbringing, you are well positioned to take on the future. I wish you all that is good in the world. Jai Hind.
We request Chairman Senate to admit the students for the various degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairman of the Senate of the Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, I hereby admit the duly qualified candidates listed in the scroll for the respective degrees and charge them to prove worthy of the same.
The Chancellor's Medal and other medals have been awarded to the following: Chancellor's Gold Medal for the best academic performance among the students of all the Bachelor of Technology programs graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Subham Thakral, roll number 2017193, Computer Science and Engineering. Institute Silver Medal for the best academic performance among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in ECE program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Samarth Singhal, roll number 2017188. Institute Silver Medal for the best academic performance among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSAM program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Sameep Dahal, roll number 2017264. Institute Silver Medal for the best academic performance among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSD program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded jointly to Riya Singh, roll number 2017309, and Angel Walia, roll number 2017132. Institute Silver Medal for the best academic performance among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSSS program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Arushi Agrawal, roll number 2017324. All-round performance medal for the best academic performance and co-curricular accomplishments among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSE program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Chirag Jain, roll number 2017041. All-round performance medal for the best academic performance and co-curricular accomplishments among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in ECE program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Khalid Lodhi, roll number 2017160. All-round performance medal for the best academic performance and co-curricular accomplishments among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSAM program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Chavi Keswani, roll number 2017227. All-round performance medal for the best academic performance and co-curricular accomplishments among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSD program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Riya Singh, roll number 2017309. All-round performance medal for the best academic performance and co-curricular accomplishments among all the students of the Bachelor of Technology in CSSS program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Subhangi Bhutta, roll number 2017364. Gold medal for excellent academic performance among the students of all the Master of Technology programs graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Kajal Singla, roll number MT19214. Ph.D. Dissertation Award for excellent work in his or her doctoral dissertation among the students of the Doctor of Philosophy program graduated in the year 2021 is awarded to Ankita Shukla, thesis titled Exploring Geometric Constraints for Learning Representations for Visual Data. Ishant, thesis titled Optimal Inference Algorithms for Higher Order MRF Map Problems. Tania Sidana for thesis titled Constracyclic Codes over Finite Commutative Chain Rings. Akshay Agrawal for thesis titled Panoptic Defenses for Secure Computer Vision. Deepayan Banerjee for thesis titled Highly Flexible Dual and Tri-Band Impedance Transformation Techniques and Their Applications in Advanced Passive and Active Circuits. Anjali Latwal for thesis titled In Silico Identification of Biomarkers and Vaccine Candidates for Advancements of Lung Cancer Therapeutics. Varsha Chauhan for thesis titled Multi-Twisted Codes over Finite Fields and Their Generalizations. Neha Jain, thesis titled IDAG Integrated Data and Energy Gathering for Wireless Systems. Snehil Gopal for thesis titled Coexistence between Heterogeneous Wireless Networks. Diksha Vansal for thesis titled Spatiotemporal Linear Stability of Visoelastic Free Shear Flows. Nishtha, thesis titled Non-Invasive Variable Biomedical Front-End for Continuous Health Monitoring Using Flexible Electronics. Megha Agrawal for thesis titled Authenticated Encryption for Memory Constrained Devices. Lokender Tiwari for thesis titled Robust Scene Understanding. Rahul Gupta, thesis titled Innovative Augmentation of Impedance Transformation in the Design of Highly Flexible Multifunctional RF or Microwave Circuits and Components. Deepika Yadav for thesis titled Supporting Ongoing Training of Community Health Workers through Mobile-Based Solution in Rural India. Piyush Kumar for thesis titled Building Performant, Privacy Enhancing and Blocking Resistant Communication Systems. Chakit Arora for thesis titled Prediction of High-Risk Cancer Patients Using Clinical Factor and Expression Profile of Apoptosis Regulators. The following 26 PhD students have dually qualified with degree data 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Manoj Gulati, thesis title Leveraging EMI Signals for Appliance Detection and Energy Harvesting. Supervisors Dr. Amarjit Singh and Dr. Shobha Sundaram. Dr. Aanchal Maungia, thesis title Matrix Completion Techniques in Bioinformatics. Supervisor Dr. Ansul Majumdar. Dr. Rishabh Kaushal, thesis title User Identity Linkage, Data Collection, Dataset Biases, Method, Control and Application. Supervisor Professor Ponurangam Kumraguru. Dr. Ankita Shukla, thesis title Exploring Geometric Constraints for Learning Representations for Visual Data. Supervisor Dr. Saket Anand. Dr. Ishant, thesis title Optimal Inference Algorithms for Higher Order MRF Map Problems. Supervisor Dr. Chetan Arora. Dr. Kajal Kansal, thesis title Modality Guided Representation Learning for Person Re-Identification, Supervisor Dr. A.V. Subramaniam. Dr. Tania Sidana, thesis title Constracyclic Codes over Finite Commutative Chain Rings, Supervisor Professor Anuradha Sharma. Dr. Akshay Agrawal, thesis title Panoptic Defenses for Secure Computer Vision, Supervisors Professor Richa Singh and Professor Mayank Vats. Dr. Deepayan Banerjee, thesis title Highly Flexible Dual and Tri-Band Impedance Transformation Techniques and Their Applications in Advanced Passive and Active Circuits, Supervisor Professor Mohammad S. Hashmi. Dr. Anjali Lathwal, thesis title In Silico Identification of Biomarkers and Vaccine Candidates for Advancement of Lung Cancer Therapeutics, Supervisor Professor Gajendra P.S. Raghav. Dr. Varsha Chauhan, thesis title Multi-Twisted Codes over Finite Fields and Their Generalizations, Supervisor Professor Anuradha Sharma. Dr. Neha Jain, thesis title IDAG Integrated Data and Energy Gathering for Wireless Systems. Supervisors Dr. Vivek Ashok Bohra and Professor Anubha Gupta. Dr. Snehal Gopal, thesis title Coexistence Between Heterogeneous Wireless Networks, Supervisor Dr. Sanjit Krishnan Kaul. Dr. Deeksha Bansal, thesis title Spatiotemporal Linear Stability of Viscoelastic Free Shear Flows, Supervisor Dr. Sarthak Sirkar. Dr. Nishtha, thesis title Non-Invasive Variable Biomedical Frontend for Continuous Health Monitoring Using Flexible Electronics. Supervisors Dr. Paidi Ganga Mamba Bahubalindruni, Dr. Sujoy Dev. Dr. Megha Agrawal, thesis title Authenticated Encryption for Memory Constrained Devices, Supervisors Dr. Donghun Chang and Dr. Soumitra Kumar Sandhya. Dr. Lokender Tiwari, thesis title Robust Scene Understanding, Supervisors Dr. Saket Anand. Dr. Siddharth Dawar, thesis title Mining High Utility Item Sets from a Transaction Database, Supervisors Professor Vikram Goyal and Dr. Devajyoti Bera. Dr. Surabhi Garg, thesis title On the Secure Design of Multi-Biometric Template Protection Approaches for Biometric Authentication, Supervisor Dr. Donghun Chang. Dr. Rahul Gupta, thesis title Innovative Augmentation of Impedance Transformation in the Design of Highly Flexible Multifunctional RF or Microwave Circuits and Components, Supervisor Professor Mohammad S. Hashmi. Dr. Deepika Yadav, thesis title Supporting Ongoing Training of Community Health Workers through Mobile-Based Solution in Rural India, Supervisor Professor Pushpendra Singh. Dr. Piyush Kumar, thesis title Building Performant, Privacy Enhancing and Blocking Resistant Communication Systems, Supervisors Dr. Sambuddho Chakravarti and Dr. Mukulika Mathi. Dr. Devika Sondhi, thesis title Leveraging the External Resources and Metadata to Highlight the Gap Between a Program's Implementation and its Documentation, Supervisor Dr. Rahul Purandre. Dr. Chakit Arora, thesis title Prediction of High-Risk Cancer Patients Using Clinical Factor and Expression Profile of Apoptosis Regulators, Supervisor Professor Gajendra P.S. Raghav. Dr. Dhananjay Kemothi, thesis title Learning Representations for Molecular Sequences, Supervisors Dr. Pravesh Biani and Dr. James M. Hogan. Dr. Hridoy Shankar Datta, thesis title Detecting and Reasoning Collusive Activities in Online Media, Supervisor Dr. Tanmoy Chakravarti. Now we announce the names of the M.Tech candidates of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Computational Biology.
Following 93 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology and Computer Science and Engineering. Rik Bhadra, Meghna Sahani, विशी जैन, भानु पारेशर, हर्षिता पांडे, इशिता अग्रवाल, विनीत जोशी, अंकित अग्रवाल, दिव्यांशी, जानवी भट्ट, राहुल महेश्वरी, सचिन गुप्ता, अंजलि शर्मा, अंकुर गोयल, कपिल तिवारी, कोंचा विवेक रेड्डी, शालिनी भारद्वाज, कांक्षा देवांगन, आकांक्षा सैनी, अभिजीत शंकदर, श्री शर्मा आनंद सीताराम शरण, अंचित गुप्ता, अनुज शर्मा, गौरव लोधी, कामरान खान, कसरला मणि कुमार रेड्डी, लक्ष्य चौधरी, नम्रता चटर्जी, नितिनदीप सिंह, प्रतीक अग्रवाल, श्रद्धा गुप्ता, स्वाति वर्मा, वेदांत राजीव देसाई, विवेक मठपाल, अशन्या श्रीवास्तव, दीक्षा सोलंकी, प्रेरणा वर्मा, रवनीत कौर गिल, सोनाली पांडे, अब्दुल वजीद नासर, अभिषेक पुंडीर, अभिषेक सिंह चौहान, अभिषेक व्यास, आदित्य सिंघल, चिराग चावला, गौरव चंदा, कमल अवस्थी, मानसी शर्मा, निकुंज अग्रवाल, पी अक्षय कुमार, रूपाली, समीक्षा गुप्ता, संजना सोनी, सौम्या जैन, सुशील कुमार तिवारी, विशाल शर्मा, विशाल श्रीवास्तव, ईशु गर्ग, मेघा माथुर, रोहित घई, संयम गोयल, संयम जैन, शेखर सिंह, अदिति सिंह, पाटिल अक्षित अनिल, अनामित्रा माझी, अनंत अग्रवाल, अनन्या त्यागी, भक्ति बत्रा, गणेश विलास चौधरी, छवि जैन, देबारगा दास, दीक्षांत ममोडिया, धवल सिंह पुंडीर, ईरा शर्मा, जैन पीयूष प्रदीप, कोला निखिल, कोमल कुमारी, लक्की अग्रवाल, प्रज्ञा दारा, प्रियंका बोराल, शिवानी मित्तल, सुमेधा भाटिया, अर्नब चटर्जी, कस्ताला मुरली कृष्णा, कौशल सनाध्या, रीचा कुमारी गिरी, सैफ अहमद खान, समीना फिरदोस, Vinayak Kumar, Reshan Faraj, Parmil Panjavani. Following 18 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Artificial Intelligence. महिमा चंदवानी, विशाल, वृति दक्षेश भाई पटेल, अमलानकर, सूरज पांडे, अंकित दहिया, अनमोल जैन, अनुराग, जीना बतीनी करुणाकर, देसाई पूर्व अक्षय, गौतम जी, मोहित भारद्वाज, प्रज्ञा श्रीवास्तव, शुभम वर्मा, सुदीक्षा आपन, सूर्य तिवारी, डिम्पी वार्षिणी, कशिश नारंग. Following 20 candidates have qualified with degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Data Engineering. Anubhav Shrimal, Sonali Thakur, Ashima, Ayan Raha, Dibyendu Roy Chaudhary, Kikuru Sarath Chandra Reddy, Krishna Yadav, Minnat Khan, Mohammad Jartab Ali, Mukul Sharma, Ritesh Singh, Snehil, Sonal Agarwal, Jaki Mustafa फारूकी, अमन भल्ला, प्रशांत पाठक, रोज वर्मा, शुभम डुडेजा, श्री तन्या ततीपमाला, सुरभि. Following one candidate has duly qualified with degree dates on 21st June 2021 to receive the dual degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. Rupal Jain.
The following 37 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering. Akanksha Tiwari, Abhishek Kumar, Arun Sani, Devendra Kumar Maurya, Himanshi Gautam, Jyoti Sharma, Karnakanti Kalyan Kumar, K.M. Diksha Tiwari, Mukul Garg, Muskan Gupta, Palak Sachdeva, Prashant Rana, Pratibha Gupta, Rahul Kumar, Rajni Bhatia, Rimjim, Rupali Tiwari, Sarvagya Dwivedi, Shubham, Subodh Kumar Sharma, Sushank Jha, Tushar Sahu, Umang Mithal, Vishal Jangit, Yashwant Jain, Aparna Gupta, Chitra Sahu, Diksha Mishra, Samiksha Garg, Sharkin Kausar, Atul Kishore Kumar Singh, Chandraveer Singh, Govind Soni, Tushar Maheshwari, Vishal Singh, Kavish Vishwakarma, Tanya Sridhar. The following 4 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering with specialization in communications and signal processing. Mohammad Taha Shah, Rajat Kharbanda, Prachi Shukla, Stuti Jain. The following 26 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering with specialization in VLSI and Embedded Systems. Abhishek TC, Apurva Gupta, Deepanshi Agrawal, Dudala Venkatasiva Ganesh, Godama Nandini, Madhavi Agarwal, Maunodeep Chakraborty, Mukesh Kumar Srivastav, Prabhat Singh, Prakhar Shukla, Puneet Kumar, Rahul Tiwari, Rishabh Anand, Riya Yadav, Roshan Mishra, Sayandeep Kar, Shubham Bountial, Shubhrajit Santra, Srinath J, Yashkant Verma, Divisha Sharma, Kritika Wazirani, Pranav Jain, Pranjal Pandey, Ridhi Tiwari, Shubham Khanna.
Following 6 candidates have duly qualified with degree date 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computational Biology. Rohit Gupta, Debasis Mohanta, Ghanendra Singh, Kajal Singla, Radhika Arora, Sidra Mariam.
Following 14 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with honors. Chirag Jain, Dipali Chawla, Fahad Nayyar, Kariya Krishna Jayesh Bhai, Kritika Venkachalam, Pranav Goyal, Samia Kaur, Savita Gupta, Shriparna De, Tanisha Pandey, Vinayak, Shubham Thakral, Arsh Verma, Tanmay Bansal. Following 119 candidates have duly qualified with the degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. Ashanvit Shoran, Ankur Dhaka, Sagar, Abhishek Tanwar, Ayush Srivastava, Ayushi Srivastava, Deepak Singh, Hanit Banga, Naman Kedia, Rohan Chokra, Suraj, Vaibhav Goyal, Vyashak, Brihi Joshi, Arushi Agarwal, Atish Chauhan, Ayush Gupta, Abhimanyu Lakra, Abhishek Gautam, Abhishek Gupta, Abhishurat Khanna, Abhivandan Pandey, Aditya Bhaddu, Aditya Verma, Agnal Aron, Aishwarya Kumar, Akash Singh, Akshat Gupta, Akshit Pal Singh, Aman Mehra, Amit Kumar, Amog Gulati, Ananya Bhatia, Ankit Chaudhary, Anshul Gautam, Anshuman Singh, Anuj Verma, Apurv Singh, Apurv Patani, Arushi Gupta, Ativ Wadhwa, Ayush Kushwaha, Ayush Yadav, Bharat Kumar Thulasidos, Bhavya Srivastava, Bhavi Anand Gupta, Bhrigu Sharma, भूपेश सिंह कैंथ, दीपक निगम, धीरज, ध्रुव अरोड़ा, ध्रुव वर्मा, दिव्या बवेजा, दिव्यांशु कुमार सिंह, गौरव नुति, गुरप्रीत सिंह ढिल्लो, हर्ष आनंद, हर्षित कनौजिया, ईशा गोयल, ईशानी, जयंत तनवर, कमल यादव, करण टंडन, कार्तिकेय वर्मा, कुशाग्र अरोड़ा, माधव सैनी, मयंक चोपड़ा, नकुल गुप्ता, नमन गुप्ता, नेहा रेड्डी सोमानागिरी, नीरव दीवान, निवेदित मिश्रा, पंकज यादव, प्राची अरोड़ा, प्रदीप घोष, प्रज्वल भंडारकर, प्रांजल कौरा, प्रिंस सचदेवा, प्रिया कौशल, राघव राठी, रौनक श्रीकांत मुखासी, ऋषभ कुमार रंजन, ऋषभ शर्मा, रोहन देव वर्मा, रोहन राजपाल, साहिल रावत, सलील राहुल पुरंदरे, संकेत खजूरिया, सेहज सिंह, सेजल भल्ला, सेजल चुग, शाहिद नवाज खान, शाश्वत जैन, शौर्या बग्गा, श्लोक अग्रवाल, श्रेयांश नागपाल, सुधांशु मोहन, सुमित राज, सुनील कुमार, सुशांत वर्मा, सैयद अली अब्बास रिजवी, तानिश जैन, तनिष्का श्रीवास्तव, तनुज डबास, उदयन नाथ, उद्भवा कोल, विदित जैन, यशवर्धन सिंह, यतिन कुमार अरोड़ा, मिहिर गोयल, राघव गुप्ता, गंधर्व मोहन, गौरव अग्रवाल, हरसिमर सिंह, अनमोल सिंगल, दक्ष साहा, रचित जैन and Tejas Oberoi.
The following two candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering with honors. Khalid Lodi, M. Badri. The following 70 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering. Aditya Deyundi, Yogesh Gupta, Aisha Fazilat, Devesh Yadav, Faiz Naqvi, Nirmita Mehra, Puneet Yadav, Sarthak Aditya, Siddhant Singh, Sunil, Ayush Gupta, Abhishek Soni, Aditya Praveen Shidaye, Akhil Jarodia, Aniket Pradhan, Ankit Raj Gupta, Apurva Kumar, Arav Malik, Arjun Garg, Ashutosh Bansal, Bhavya Verma, Brijesh Tripathi, Dipankar Agarwal, Drishti Jain, Ishita, Gajal Shankar, Harshit Rai, Himanshu, Jayant Chillar, Jayant Jain, Karamveer Singh, Karthik, Karthik Verma, Kinshu Kumar, Kshitij Gulati, Manasi, Mohammad Amir, Neha Bhairavi Prakriya, Nikhil Chauhan, Nishant Kumar Bandela, Garimela Pavan Kumar, Piyush Ranjan Sahu, Pradeep Kumar, Pratik Prabhu, Priyank Singh, Rahul Madan, Rameshwar Mishra, Ronkveer Kaur Bali, Rishabh Raj, Sachin, Sagar Draveria, Samarth Singhal, Shiva Saini, Shreya Prasad, Shubham, Shubhankar Paundrik, Shubhi Sharma, Siddharth Vinod Nair, S. Venkatasai Santosh, Soumya Sharma, Srijya Anand, Stuti Rawat, Tanisha Gosain, Tushar Gupta, Vikas Agnihotri, Vipin Samaria, Vishal Samal, Yash Gupta, Shruti Singh, Piyush Sharma.
The following 10 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Applied Mathematics with honors. Priyansh Rastogi, Arish Chabra, Akshita Katyal, Chavi Keshwani, J. Rawal, Medha Sharma, Rishi Sharma, Sameep Dahal, Chinmay, Abhishek Rajgaria. The following 59 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st January 2021, 21st June 2021, and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Applied Mathematics. Ashish Kanojia, Aditya Chetan, Aditya Rana, Akansha Gautam, Akash Sharma, Anish Madan, Ankur Sharma, Ashwani Kumar, Mahika Vasan, Mandeep Singh Chadda, Nimish, Piyush Kushwaha, Puruveer Singh, Sahil Hassan, Tejamay Das, Vanshika Chopra, Vishal Yadav, Anushika Gupta, Dhruv Kundu, Divyam Anshuman, Arush Talwar, Ayush Baghel, Agastya Bibhuti Jha, Anmol Khurana, Ashwin Singh, Avi Garg, Bhuvanyu Dogra, Deepanshu Yadav, Divyam Agrawal, Durvish Singh, Harkishan Singh, Harsh Bandhe, Hemant Kumar Sahu, Himanshu Bansal, Himanshu Nanda, Jasprit Singh Marwa, Kanishk Rana, Kartikeya Singh, Lakshay Sharma, Manish Kumar, Mayank Pal, Mohit, Pavni Agarwal, Prakhar Gupta, Pranay Saini, Pranshu Yadav, Pratik Pathak, Pravek Sharma, Satvik Umesh Dutt, Shivam Shankar, Soeb Fazal, Utsav Gangwar, Vaibhav Jayant, Vaibhav Pulastya, Vipul Kapoor, Yash Kalyani, Rudraroop Rai, Priyanshi Jain, Manan Gupta Kamesh.
Following two candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Design with honors. Kanupriya Singh, Nishtha Singhal. Following 34 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Design. Angel Walia, Anand, Dashmesh Singh, Akash Sehrabat, Akshat Jain, Aman Rahman, Anish Bharadwaj, Apratim Ankit, Atul Anand, Avyakt Gupta, Chirayu Prasad, Gaurav Gautam, Himanshu Singh, Kritika, Kaizal John Montero, Mayank Jain, Miha Tiwari, Nikhil Kumar, Piyush Basist, Porvil, Prakhar Goyal, Pushparaj, Riya Singh, Royal Tomar, Sanchit Mittal, Saurya Singh, Shivankar Sharma, Shruti Dabas, Sonak Gupta, Tushar Kadian, Vaibhav Sarda, Varnika Keron, Vishnu Mohan, Jubair Aslam. Following two candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Social Sciences with honors. Anvit Sachdev, Shubhangi Butta. Following 33 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates 21st June 2021 and 21st September 2021 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Social Sciences. Arushi Agrawal, Aditya Gupta, Akash Sharma, Amitanshu, Ankur Rangi, Ayush Kapoor, Ayush Yadav, Deepak Thakur, Dikshant Sagar, Divyam Bhakchandani, Divyansh Garg, Gauri Bhatnagar, Gurjot Singh Tora, Jatin Garg, Jayant Malik, Krit Verma, Leepika Muthu, Mukul Kumar, Muskan Mansi, Nikita Chopra, Nishant Verma, Nishtha Ahuja, Nitigya Pant, Piyush Agrawal, Prarthana Kansal, Sachin, Saloni Nalve, Sankalp Agrawal, Tanya Buddhiraja, Tanya Kapoor, Varini Jain, Vidit Jain, Vikas Balki. Let the record of the degrees be presented to the chairman for signature. Let the oath be administered.
I
I
hereby pledge that
hereby pledge that
it shall be
it shall be
my constant endeavor
my constant endeavor
to uphold the dignity
to uphold the dignity
of the individual
of the individual
and the integrity
and the integrity
of the profession,
of the profession,
to be scrupulously honest
to be scrupulously honest
in the discharge of my duties
in the discharge of my duties
as an engineer
as an engineer
and a scientist,
and a scientist,
to utilize my knowledge
utilize my knowledge
of technology and science
of technology and science
for the glory of the institute
for the glory of the institute
and in the service of the country
and in the service of the country
and mankind at large.
and mankind at large.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to kindly declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे